Imagine this: 300 men standing shoulder to shoulder in a narrow mountain pass against an army of hundreds of thousands. An army so vast it darkened the horizon. Why would anyone make such a hopeless stand? Why would anyone face certain death when retreat meant survival? And why did the mightiest empire of the ancient world march west, determined to crush a small collection of Greek city-states? This is the story of Thermopylae. The Persian Empire was no ordinary kingdom. It was the superpower of its age, stretching from the valleys of India to the shores of Egypt. From the palaces of Persepolis, King Xerxes commanded this vast dominion. His armies numbered in the hundreds of thousands. His navy carried fleets of warships large enough to swallow the Aegean whole. To Xerxes, Greece was not just land, it was defiance. The Greeks had dared to resist his father, Darius, at Marathon. They had drawn blood from an empire that believed itself invincible. Now Xerxes sought not only conquest, but revenge. He would erase Greece, and with it, the idea that free men could defy a king. But Greece was not united. Rival city-states quarreled and hesitated. Only one stood ready: Sparta. Spartan life was forged in discipline and war. From the moment a boy could walk, he was trained in the agage. Weakness was cast aside. Strength and loyalty sharpened like steel. For a Spartan, retreat was dishonor. Death in battle was glory. When the Persian threat loomed, King Leonidas did not wait. He chose 300 of his best warriors, all men with sons to carry their names. Their mission was not victory, it was sacrifice, to delay the Persians long enough for Greece to awaken and unite. The place chosen was Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, a narrow pass where mountains met the sea. Here, the vast Persian numbers would count for nothing. Wave after wave, Xerxes hurled his men forward: Medes, Scythians, and then the mighty Immortals, his elite guard. But each time, they were met by an unbreakable wall of bronze and discipline: the Spartan phalanx. Shields engraved with the lambda symbol, interlocked so tightly no spear could pierce. Spears thrust in perfect unison. Persian bodies fell in heaps. Even Xerxes himself, seated upon his golden throne, watched in disbelief as his endless army was shattered again and again by a few hundred men. But glory has its price, and betrayal found its way into the Spartan camp. A man named Ephialtes, twisted by resentment, revealed to Xerxes a hidden mountain path. Through it, the Persians would outflank the Greeks. When Leonidas learned of this treachery, he knew the end had come. Yet there was no despair in his camp, only resolve. Surrounded from all sides, the Spartans stood unbroken. Shields cracked, spears shattered, but the phalanx held. One by one they fell, yet none retreated. Leonidas himself stood at the front, leading his men in a final charge, their last breath spent in defiance. It was not victory they sought, it was immortality. Thermopylae was a defeat on the battlefield. The Persians marched on, their numbers unstoppable, yet it was also a victory in spirit. For in that sacrifice, Greece found unity. At Salamis, Greek ships lured the vast Persian navy into narrow straits and shattered it. At Plataea, Greek hoplites crushed what remained of Xerxes' army. And so, from the blood spilled at Thermopylae, an idea survived that free men could stand together and defy tyranny, no matter the odds. Upon the stone at Thermopylae, an inscription was carved: "Go tell the Spartans, passerby, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie." Their story became legend. 300 men stood against an empire and proved that freedom is worth any price. Remember the 300. And if you believe history still holds lessons for us today, subscribe and stay with us for more untold stories of the past.